Hi, and welcome to Carolina Women. We are here at Whip Salon, and we have a fantastic show for you today. Erin, it's great to see you. And I'd also like to introduce you to Kathy and Pam. And we're talking about something that is really very interesting, very historical, and there's a lot of depth and breadth to it. So today we're going to talk about the Bicentennial for St. Luke's. It's been 200 years. Kathy and Pam, thank you for joining us.
You're welcome. Thank you for having us.
What would you like to share with our audience initially about why you're here?
We're here to tell you about St. Luke's United Methodist Church. It was built in 1824 by probably by slaves from the plantations.
Are you all having a bicentennial celebration, and what can we expect with that? And how have things changed in all of these years? Kathy, I'll direct that one to you.
All right. Well, we're kicking off our celebration. We'll do about 6 months of celebrating. And we are kicking it off on April 27th with an open house that anybody and everybody is welcome to attend. We will have music groups on the portico of our church.
Okay.
We will have the strummers and the ukulele bands from Sun City. We'll be playing all afternoon.
Okay.
Yes. And we will have some food of some kind. We're not sure. We haven't talked to that committee yet. And then Pam and I will be available. We will be offering tours of both the cemetery and the church.
Historically, what makes it such a rich experience for people?
I think because, first of all, it is the oldest frame church in Beaufort County.
Oh, wow.
And it made it through the Civil War, it's made it through hurricanes, and that's partly because people have loved that church for 200 years.
One of the things that you talked about when we were kind of chatting about what we were going to say was you were talking about the way that it's built. There's not one nail within the church.
And we even have a picture.
Oh, there you go.
The mortise and tenon. And so it takes some real craftsmanship. And this has been going on for thousands of years,
right?
Before anybody knew anything about nails. And so the tenon just fits into the mortise, and it's very, very sturdy if it's a perfect fit.
Exactly. So these are some of the things that you can actually show us and we can see in person. Can you share with us, Kathy, a little bit about the cemetery? Because that also is beautiful and quite the experience.
Well, one of the things that I've learned in spending time with Pam, there's a difference between a cemetery and a graveyard.
Oh.
And this is a graveyard because a graveyard is connected to a church.
I did not know that.
We didn't know that. I didn't know that until I met Pam. And a cemetery is independent. St. Luke's has both.
Okay.
At the front of the church, we have our graveyard. There are approximately 290 graves in the graveyard. They date back to
1793.
I think 1793. So you'll see a lot of very familiar Bluffton names and some that would be familiar on Hilton Head too. There are some Pinckney names in there. Wilton Graves is buried in our cemetery. So there's big groups of families where you'll be able to find the whole family.
At your event, are you all going to be doing some historical storytelling? Can we do some Q&A with you all? I love that you're dressed in the period attire.
Yes.
It brings it kind of to life.
Yes. We have been, we spend a lot of time in the cemetery. And people that have gone before us have plotted that cemetery out so we can tell where Mary Bull's grave is, or
how fascinating.
Yeah, and so then it's also a little bit of history about them that they have for the cemetery, and then we're storytellers. We're interested in stories, and we're gathering stories from our congregation.
Yes.
And you know what might be interesting is we're out of time now, but we'd love to have you back. And maybe the next time we come back, we actually, to your point, We'd love a couple of stories.
love
I
to hear
think
the
it would be
stories.
fantastic. Or
That
we'll
would be
actually go
great.
out on site. That would be great.
Well,
and see
I was
that
going to
too.
ask you to come out because you can't appreciate
I
St.
believe
Luke's
that.
until you come there.
Oh my gosh.
And you
thank
have to
would
meet
love
the
to.
people.
It's such a treat to have you here. Thank you so much. Stay
you.
with us. There's so much more to come here in Carolina Women.